Riley is in Minnesota. Hi, Riley. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. How are you doing, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Okay, so my question is kind of a two-parter, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. When I took personal finance my junior year of high school, my personal finance teacher actually showed us your classes for her class to help prove, like, reinforce her point. And when I was a junior, I was not very smart, and I thought you were actually quite arrogant, and I didn't take your advice, but now my grandparents recommended I start listening to you again, and now I'm feeling really arrogant and stupid.
The table's turned.
Well, that's okay. Me too, brother. I understand. That's exactly what I would have done in high school. I like you. If I had watched me in high school, I would have been making fun of me.
That's exactly what I was doing, unfortunately, because now I feel like I've put myself in quite a bit of a pickle.
What'd you do?
Well, to start, this is going to make your jaw drop. I don't use debit card or cash. I strictly use credit cards.
Okay. What's your question for today? Let's try it that way.
My question for today? Okay. I guess, for the first part would be with how I use... Actually, I'll get to the big problem is I am 20 years old, and I bought my house when I was 19 years old on a 5% down payment and a 30-year loan.
Okay.
And I was wondering what should I do?
Are you having any trouble making the payments?
No, that's not the problem. It's just I've been only been watching your videos again for about 5 days now, and you recommend doing a 15% 15-year loan. My
so
bad.
what is your income?
My income?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want that from my main job or from all sources?
All sources.
About $40,000.
Good for you.
A year.
Good for you. Okay. Well, here's the thing. What's the interest rate on your mortgage?
3% fixed.
Okay. You don't have to do anything with this mortgage. You just need to get yourself on a plan, and you can pay extra on it without refinancing it. And if you pay a 30 like a 15, it pays off in 15. So you haven't ruined your life. You're okay.
Okay, yeah, that was just my biggest concern is because when I bought the house, I thought of it in more of a mathematical thought process, I guess you could say it, because the house I bought it under market value because the area I'm in, the houses are roughly $150,000 to $250,000. I got it for $110,000, and I figured if I spread it out over the next 30 years, with inflation, that $112,000 will be $200 and something thousand, and the house plus interest will be $160,000. So I thought if I paid out the full 30 years, I'll end up saving money through inflation, because 30 years from now, I'm going to be paying the same amount, but with money that's technically worth less than it is now.
Yeah, but not really, and here's why. Okay. The house is going to go up in value due to inflation, whether it has a mortgage or not. These are independent equations. These equations are not interconnected. And so you don't have to have a mortgage in order for the house to go up in value. And so what if you had it paid for and it went up in value? Oh, now we've got the formula on how to be a millionaire.
Yeah. And to the credit card thing, he wanted to make it clear that he uses no debit cards and cash, only credit cards. There's other pieces to this equation that you've got to figure out. Obviously, the mortgage is not sinking you financially, but I am worried about your mindset when it comes to debt. And so this is something I want you to really take a hard look at and go, what other areas am I willing to have payments on? Because right now you're willing to have the credit card payment. I don't know if you're paying it off. I don't know what other kind of debt you may have. But I think we need to change our mindset here, because you're 20 years old and you're good at math, but you're not great at managing money. And so I want you to get better at the second part, and then the math will help you going forward. So you're doing great, Riley. Obviously, you made a little ouchie here, but it's not sinking you, and your income is only going to go up. And as it does, I want you to pay that mortgage off. I don't know why you want it to hang around for 30 years. You made it very clear. You're like, well, in 30 years. No, I want this thing gone in 5, 10, 15 years, because you have a life to live, And I don't know about you, but I don't want a mortgage when I'm 50 years old.
Well, you're getting ready to be done with yours.
Yeah, I'm 32, and then we're paying it off in the next 4 or 5 months, and I'm saying sayonara. And I wish I was like you, Riley. I was really good at math and really bad at money management. And once I realized that there's a difference between the two, it changed everything. So go through something like Financial Peace University. Maybe now that your arrogance has gone away, maybe it'll stick this time, and you'll listen to Grandma and Grandpa because they've got a good head on their shoulders.
It's just common sense. You're fine, man. You didn't do anything that most of us haven't done or wouldn't do. The trick is to learn and change, because continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity.